is to coordinate all of these issues. The other thing is that we, I guess, faced with the normal government IT challenges, that there's huge churn, that the IT managers always changing, so no one stays. I mean, I think this is a general problem in IT, but in government it's much worse, that we can't get people to stay 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And I guess those people that do stay, we wish maybe they left a bit earlier. The FOSS program office, we established a FOSS program office, and we established a governance model to implement the free software policy. One of the challenges is that we house the program office under research. So they don't have much clout. They have to report to a research manager, who then reports to the CEO, who then reports to the minister. A long line of reporting, and ideally the FOSS program office had to report directly to the minister. Loss of political champions. We had an election, change in party policy. We have one strong political party, but within that party there was a change of direction. So our minister, who was the patron of the Free and Open Source Software Foundation for Africa, decided to follow a different career. So although this policy was adopted by the whole cabinet, we lost some very vocal and visible champions in that process. Then we also have the problem of lock-in and interoperability. We knew it was there, but the challenge to overcome it is more than in fact, I think some systems we're just going to have to wait until these systems are replaced and continue to use them, because the lock-in is so much, it will be too costly to look at alternatives of replacing these systems. Skills and training, I think it's a chicken and egg. People will only become skilled and start training in these systems once they see the job opportunities, and only once the job opportunities are presented only once the skills are there will people start offering jobs. So there's this whole opportunity for reskilling a huge number of people. I think also around skills, it's quite interesting that in government we don't invest in training. We should be investing a lot more. So when we look at an open source project and we say, oh, wait a minute, we're spending so much on training, we don't realize that we upgraded from version 2000 to 2003 to 2005 to 2007 to 2010. We didn't put these people through any training program. We paid for all of these upgrades. The value we got from all using this latest and greatest software is zero. No one's using any of these features. Although, everyone will ask, especially our executives, why is that department using the latest version 2010 and we're using 2003? But we don't invest in those training. We don't invest when we upskill those people. So, when we're looking at migration from open source from proprietary to open source, we factor in a lot for training and we factor in a lot for change management. But the training is not an additional cost. It's a cost that we should have and that we need to invest in. It's just very hard to get it into the budget, I think, is a challenge. Then lastly, change management, and I think I'll tie this in with user buy-in. That what's in it for me? If I'm a senior manager in government, why should I, especially since I've been working with this product for 5 years, 10 years, now use another product? Things are working this way. We don't really see, especially since the CIOs very often report to the financial managers. So your budget for migration or for any project then has to get approval by a financial manager. And trying to explain to the manager the value in terms of the national interests of the sovereignty of the country becomes a bit difficult, especially when you have to now retrain the whole organization. So these are some of the challenges. I think there's many other challenges. If you know government, you'll know that attempting such a project is quite a challenge. But we've seen successes as well. We've now have a supercomputer, one of the top 500 computers in the world using FOSS. We have a a project to replace our financial management systems. The heart of the system will use a free and open source application server. This is a 10 billion rand project. So we're seeing huge amounts of interest. We're seeing huge awareness. There isn't a IT manager in government who doesn't know the free and open source policy. I think where our challenge is in monitoring, evaluating progress. That's our real challenge. So that's where I'll end.